What's good, y'all? Welcome back to WWE Ghostt. Subscribe if you're new, and if you're not, you already know what to do. Smash that like button. Ladies and gentlemen, we just wrapped up WWE Backlash. Low key right here, this is the first time I've been on time doing my recap. You feel what I'm saying? I don't like to do them right after the show. I do like to do them the morning after. That way I got time to collect my thoughts. But that main event for Backlash had me on the edge of my seat, y'all. That really saved the whole show. We gonna get to that later in the video. Because first I want to talk about Gunther and Pat McAfee. Now this match right here, it delivered more than I thought it was going to. Low key, thought it was gonna be a squasher. All right, I thought Gunther was gonna throw McAfee around like he wasn't nothing, and he did low key. He did low key. But Pat McAfee was doing some things that I didn't know Pat McAfee could do. We got to give Pat McAfee his flowers. Great job, McAfee. Great job. All right. Now, Gunther did win that match as expected, right? 1-for-1 on my predictions, but McAfee did a hell of a job, man. Michael Cole getting involved a little bit. Low key, it would have been clean to see Wade Barrett knock off the ring dust, get his ass involved as well. But he had to commentate the show. And I thought that was pretty fire right there, man. Great job to Gunther. Great job to McAfee. But my question now is, what's next for Gunther? All right. He just lost the World Heavyweight Championship to Jey Uso. I don't think this match with Pat McAfee is going to lead to a feud. So I'm really genuinely curious about what happens now with Gunther. Low key, it would low key be cool to see AJ Styles and Gunther have a mini feud, all right? At least going into SummerSlam, right? I think the next PLE they said was Saturday Night Main Event, all right? Just going into SummerSlam or Money in the Bank, whatever, it would be cool to see AJ Styles and Gunther have a little 3-match, 5-match series on Monday Night Raw. That would be pretty cool right there. But I'm interested to see what route Gunther takes next. All in all, I will give Gunther and McAfee 3 out of 5 stars. I think that's pretty solid right there. Match number 2, Lyra Valkyria defending her Women's IC Championship against Becky Lynch. Now I'm gonna be honest, y'all, I wasn't really feeling this match. I'm already getting heat on Twitter for it. All right, I said the match was a 2 out of 5 stars, and I gotta be honest. I'll bump it up to a 2.5. I'll bump it up to a 2.5, and the 0.5 is only because Lyra Valkyria won. But the match is not a 3, bro. It's not higher, at least not for me. Y'all feel how y'all feel about it, bro. That's cool. Everybody not gonna have the same opinions. Me personally, I thought the match underperformed, and I might be a little bit biased. I thought Lyra Valkyria did well. I thought Becky Lynch did well, but it's something about the match that just didn't make me feel. I didn't feel it. I didn't feel the energy in the match. All right. I'm glad that Lyra Valkyria won. Hopefully, Lyra Valkyria can go off and defend her Women's IC Championship with Roxanne Perez on Raw now, and I guess Julia is getting called up as well. I don't really know. I would like to see Lyra Valkyria defend her championship against those women. I'm assuming Bayley is going to be back maybe on Monday Night Raw or maybe next week Monday Night Raw. I would like to see Bayley and Becky Lynch have a feud once again. I think that would be pretty cool going into SummerSlam, going into the summer PLEs. I think that'd be pretty cool. With my predictions now, I'm 2 for 2. Let's get into the third match I want to talk about. Dirty Dom Mysterio defending his Intercontinental Championship against Penta. I've been known to be a little bit of a Penta hater. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. I'm not the biggest fan of Penta. I'm also not the biggest fan of Dirty Dominic Mysterio, but I gotta give credit where credit due. This match overperformed for me, right? It overperformed for me. Dominic Mysterio did great. Penta also did great. One thing that didn't really make sense to me, Finn Balor and the rest of the Judgment Day walking Dominic Mysterio out just for them to literally go backstage, loop around, and then come back out from the crowd. Y'all was already out there. Why didn't you stay out there? Chad Gable my bad. Americano, what's his name? El Grande Americano getting involved. Put a little razzle dazzle on it. I'm not real sure what the angle is here. We just seen El Grande Americano go against Rey Fenix at WrestleMania. Now he's getting involved with Penta. Low key, I don't really know if El Grande Americano is ready for the Lucha Bros. All right, he's got his hands full. No pause, no pause. But he's gonna need a teammate, and I can't really think of nobody that's gonna join forces with El Grande Americano right now. We might have to get El Grande Americano and Chad Gable versus the Lucha Bros. I would give Dominic Mysterio and Penta 3 stars as well. Moving on to the Fatal 4-Way match for the United States Championship, and low-key, this match did exactly what I needed it to do. All 4 men did spectacular to me. I hope that Drew McIntyre is okay. I know he hit his head pretty hard on that table spot. I hope that he recovers fast. I hope there's no long-lasting injuries right there. All right. Damian Priest did great. McIntyre did great. LA Knight did great. And Fatu did great. I got one question though. Who the fuck is Jeff Cobb? I got no idea who that is. All right. Low key, I ain't gonna cap, bro. I'm low key tired of people getting added to this bloodline shit. All right. I'm low key ready for the bloodline thing to be over with. After you did the War Games match with the OG bloodline versus the new bloodline, that shit should have been over with. Go ahead and break up Solo and Jacob. Jeff Cobb, I'm not a fan already. I'm not a fan. Go ahead, go to TNA, NWA, AAA. I don't care where you go. I'm not a fan, bro. I'm not a fan. I'm waiting and anticipating for Jacob Fatu to turn his back on Solo Sikoa, but I low-key think it starts with Jeff Cobb. You seen the look Jacob Fatu give Solo Sikoa. It was kind of like, bro, who is this? You ain't run this by me. You ain't check in with me. You just moving on your own now. We supposed to be a family, a unit. Also, where the hell the Tongas at? I haven't seen Tama Tonga and Tonga Lord, and I don't know how long. I think that they're going to keep going with this Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest feud, at least until Saturday Night Main Event. But I don't know what's happening after that. With LA Knight, the only thing I see him doing right now, he's got to go get that Money in the Bank briefcase. All right. Over on the SmackDown brand, I don't know how they're doing Money in the Bank this year, if they're doing by different brands or if they're doing one briefcase between 2 shows. On Friday Night SmackDown, the 2 people who I think should win Money in the Bank got to be either A, Carmelo Hayes, or B, LA Knight. That's just me though. All right. But we going to talk about Money in the Bank when we get closer to that time. For right now, I would give this Fatal 4-Way match, I'm gonna give it 3.5. All right. I'm a tough crowd, bro. I'm a tough crowd. I'm sorry. I would give it a 3. I really give it a 3.8. Can we meet in the middle right there? 3.8. 3.8 out of 5 stars for me. All right. I thought that was pretty solid match, and it was cool. And now for the main event, right? The main event, best match of the night. All right. 4 stars for me. 4 stars out of 5 for me. All right. Really 4.2. 4.2, 4.3, somewhere in that range. The back and forth between Cena and Orton, it made me feel like I was 12 years old again. Low-key, I was a little bit younger, probably 9. All right. It made me feel like this was 2006, right? It made me feel like this was 2007. I liked the Cena versus Orton feud. It made me feel young. It made me feel youthful. I enjoyed every single second of it. Now I understand what WWE was going for, but it would have made a little bit more sense to me for Travis Scott to come out, or maybe even The Rock to come out. I understand why they had R-Truth do it. I get it, but I don't know. I kind of was hoping for a little bit more right there. That's just me personally. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. Now with that though, is R-Truth a heel now? We've seen R-Truth turn heel before. Is R-Truth a heel now? Or is he just wrong place, wrong time, still a good guy? Right? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with R-Truth going forward here. I thought that was a pretty comical ending. I liked it. I enjoyed it fully. Another thing that I was not really a fan of is the amount of times that the referee got knocked over. The first time was kind of cool. I don't think that spot should happen 3 times in one match. And then with Nick Aldis coming down and you know him catching another RKO. Randy, you getting fined again. Just know that. And then him hitting not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 RKOs. Maybe it was 6. I lost count after 5. I'm gonna be honest, right? But that's a record breaking RKOs in one match. This is the only match I predicted wrong, by the way, right? I thought Randy Orton was going to win it in his hometown. Cena obviously won, but all in all, I would give Backlash a 4 out of 5. I think the Dominic Mysterio match, the Fatal 4-Way match, and then of course the main event were my favorite matches of the night. Again, spectacular showing from Pat McAfee. The main event kicked ass. And then, of course, the Fatal 4-Way did its thing as well. All right. Again, the next pay per view we got coming up is Saturday Night Main Event in 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays from today. All right. Let me know what y'all think about the show down in the comment box below. WWE 2K25 gameplays are still rocking and rolling over here on this channel, as well as my predictions and my recaps for the PLEs. All right. Until next time, I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Gang, gang.